It's happened to almost everyone. You're sitting on the couch. You pick up your phone. Unlock it. Look at the screen. Then lock it again. A few moments later, you do the exact same thing. No notification, no message, no reason. Yet somehow your hand reaches for the phone almost automatically. Sometimes you open the same app you checked 30 seconds ago. Sometimes you refresh a feed you've already seen. Sometimes you don't even know why you picked the phone up in the first place. It's such a normal part of modern life that most people never question it. But if you stop and think about it, the behavior is strange. Why would your brain keep searching for something when it already knows nothing has changed? Why does a small rectangle in your pocket seem capable of pulling your attention away from conversations, meals, work, and even sleep? Most people think the answer is simple. They blame technology. They blame social media. They blame weak self-control. But the real answer goes much deeper, because the urge to check your phone didn't begin with smartphones. In a strange way, it began tens of thousands of years before the first screen was ever invented. Imagine an ancient human standing near a campfire. The sun has disappeared behind the horizon. The tribe is settling in for the night. But the ancient human keeps looking into the darkness again and again and again. Why? Because something could have changed. A predator might appear. Another tribe might arrive. A food source might be discovered. A threat might emerge. For most of human history, survival depended on paying attention to changes in the environment. The people who noticed important information quickly were often the people who survived. The people who ignored changes sometimes didn't. As a result, the human brain evolved into an information-seeking machine. Your ancestors spent thousands of generations constantly scanning the world, looking, listening, checking, searching. Not because they were curious, because their survival depended on it, and that ancient system never disappeared. The world changed. Technology changed. Society changed. But the brain remained largely the same. The same brain that once scanned forests now scans screens. The same mind that once searched the horizon now refreshes notifications. The behavior looks modern. The instinct is ancient. Here's where things get even stranger. Your brain doesn't simply enjoy rewards. It loves uncertainty. Scientists have discovered that predictable rewards are often less exciting than unpredictable ones. Imagine two scenarios. In the first scenario, you receive a reward every single time you perform an action. In the second scenario, you receive a reward only sometimes. You never know when it will happen. Which one becomes more addictive? Most people assume the first. But surprisingly, it's usually the second. The uncertainty creates anticipation. The anticipation creates excitement. And excitement keeps people coming back. Casinos have known this for decades. Slot machines don't pay out every time. They pay out occasionally. The possibility of a reward becomes more powerful than the reward itself. Now, think about your phone. Most of the time, nothing important is waiting. But occasionally there is a message, a funny video, a compliment, a like, a piece of news, an opportunity, a surprise. Your brain never knows which check will produce something valuable. And that uncertainty becomes incredibly powerful. Every time you unlock your phone, your brain is essentially asking, maybe this time. And because the answer is sometimes yes, the habit grows stronger. But rewards are only part of the story. The deeper reason involves something humans have always needed: other people. Humans are one of the most social species on Earth. For our ancestors, survival rarely happened alone. People depended on tribes, families, groups, communities. Being accepted wasn't just emotionally important. It was often the difference between life and death. A person completely isolated from the group faced enormous danger. Because of this, evolution built social awareness directly into the human brain. We care deeply about what other people think. We care about belonging. We care about acceptance. We care about connection. Now, consider what most notifications actually represent. A message means someone thought about you. A comment means someone noticed you. A call means someone wants your attention. A reaction means someone responded to something you did. Underneath all the technology lies a much older question. A question your ancestors also carried. Do I still belong? Every notification provides a tiny piece of social information, and social information has always mattered to humans, far more than we often realize. Most people think they're addicted to their phones, but that may not be entirely true. What if the phone isn't the thing you're really seeking? Think about it. If someone handed you a phone with no internet, no messages, no social interaction, and no new information, would it still be irresistible? Probably not, because the device itself isn't the reward. The reward is what the device promises: connection, novelty, attention, validation, belonging. The phone simply delivers those experiences faster than anything in human history. For thousands of years, people waited days, weeks, or months for social updates. A letter could take weeks to arrive. News traveled slowly. Communication required effort. Today, those same experiences happen instantly. Your brain receives more social signals in a single day than many ancient humans may have received in months. And yet the brain still wants more. Not because it's broken, because it evolved in a world where information was scarce. Now it's surrounded by information everywhere. Have you ever noticed something interesting? Sometimes people check their phones even when they're having a good time. At a party, during dinner, while watching a movie, even during conversations. Why? Because the urge isn't always about boredom. It's often about possibility. Humans are naturally drawn toward what might happen next. A message might arrive, something interesting might appear, someone might reach out. The next moment could contain something important. That possibility creates a constant pull, and modern technology has learned how to amplify it. Every refresh offers a chance. Every notification carries potential. Every vibration suggests new information. The brain becomes trapped between the present moment and the possibility of something else, something new, something unexpected, something rewarding, and that's a difficult force to resist, because humans have always been fascinated by possibility. When people talk about phones, they often act as if this behavior is completely new. But history tells a different story. Humans have always searched for signs. Ancient hunters searched for tracks. Sailors searched the horizon. Farmers watched the sky. Families waited for letters. Workers listened for news. Parents watched doorways. Lovers waited for messages. The tools changed. The behavior didn't. Humans have always looked for information that might matter. Humans have always been curious about what comes next. Humans have always sought connection with others. The smartphone didn't create these desires. It simply concentrated them into a single object. An object that sits within arm's reach almost every moment of the day. Perhaps that's why it feels so powerful. Not because it's introducing something new, but because it's speaking directly to instincts that are incredibly old. Maybe the strangest thing about checking your phone isn't that technology changed human behavior. Maybe it's that technology exposed human behavior. The same brain that once scanned forests for danger now scans screens for updates. The same mind that once searched for signs of survival now searches for signs of connection. And every time you unlock your phone without thinking, you may be witnessing a survival system that evolved long before electricity, long before cities, and long before the internet ever existed. Because beneath every notification, every refresh, and every quick glance at a screen lies something deeply human, a mind forever searching for what might happen next.